Hi there, this is a quick video just to do an April flip through my Erin Condren planner, just to show you all the kits I used this week and how things ended up being. The pens I used this month, I used a Pilot G207 for most of the month, but around the end of the month I found this new pen. It's called Energel Liquid Gel Ink pen, and I love it. It doesn't bleed through, it's great on stickers, and it dries quickly. So I'll try it out a little bit more and see if I switch to it. So I'm going to start by flipping through to my monthly notes and memory section. On my notes and memory section, I used the same kit theme. It's called my April Showers kit, and I'll link everything down below. But on the notes section, I always make this in the page right before the monthly. I tracked some Instagram, my finances, things about my Etsy shop, and had a quick to-do list. And I didn't watch any movies this month, so that was blank. And then on my memories page, I did cover up some stuff just that was really personal. But here I tend to put like ticket stubs, sometimes I cut things out of brochures. I tend to put postcards along here and maybe print out some small pictures just for memory keeping. And I didn't do much this month, but the two things I did, kind of personal, so I covered those up. My monthly spread was also in the April Showers theme. My monthly spread I use mostly to track my bills, anniversaries and birthdays, and any trips I'm taking. So this month I had 2 trips that I covered up for privacy reasons because I had some flight information. I traveled, and that's what the wish-washy strip down here. So I traveled for 3 days then, and for 4 or 5 days actually at the end of the month. I had my anniversary and my mom's birthday, and I tracked some bills along in here. And I didn't use my sidebar as much as I thought I would, so I might be changing up what I put in my sidebar, just because I really like having, of course, a nice, pretty planner, but also a really functional one. So on to the first kit. This is called my Cherry Blossoms. That's the name of the kit. And jumping into this week, I didn't really have too much happening other than work. I worked almost every day this week. So a lot of what I was doing was like prepping for next week, which was the first trip I was taking. So I kind of used my to-dos throughout the week, and I was really bad about using my habit trackers. And I marked my meals pretty well on here. The next week, this is one of my favorite kits this week. It's called Vintage Circus, and it's just a lot bolder than I usually go. So with this kit, I found this digital paper with one of my favorite shops, and I just loved it so much I went for it. So the end of the week here is when I was traveling, so that's why it's a little emptier. But this beginning of the week, I used that little things section pretty heavily, and as well as the to-do list. And I, again, was terrible with the habit trackers. So this is my Spring Flowers kit. And this week, I fixed it before I put them up on my Etsy shop, but I actually messed up on the date headers right here. And I accidentally put in the date header for Sunday from last week, and I didn't notice it till after my spread was complete for the week. So that was fun. I used my habit trackers a little more this week and did a lot with littles at the beginning of the week, but around the weekend I just worked so many hours I just kind of didn't need my planner because I was just at work the whole time. And then my next kit is called the Pink and Blue Flowers kit, and this is the week this month that I just heavily relied on this planner. My to-do sections are jam-packed. I used most of my free white space down here, and my little section is jam-packed, and I even got to using my habit trackers, mostly because the week after this I was traveling for most of the week, and I just had so much to do to prepare. And then moving on to the last week, this is my Robots Weekly kit. I've never done a kit with this kind of theme. Another big change is I've never done one where all the dates are like the same color. I usually alternate. So this was an interesting kit. Again, it's pretty bold. It goes in like the Vintage Circus colors. So it was fun. I was traveling Tuesday through Sunday, so I didn't really use this weekly spread on Monday. But the big thing I used this week, instead of a normal habit tracker, I made a daily go list for my trip, and just had a list of the things I knew I needed to do every day, and to grab with me and to do every day. And as each day went past, I marked that off of my habit tracker, and that was a really good use of this. And then I also tracked what meals I had. Our breakfast and lunch were determined already, but our dinners we were on our own, and it was nice to like kind of see what I was eating that week. But that's it. Those are the 5 kits I got to use for the weekly and my monthly kit. This was just a quick flip through just to put together the month of April for you guys since I didn't do any plan with me's. Let me know if you like this and I might do it for the month of May as well. I'll of course link all of these kits below, and I have one plan with me for this robots kit that I can also link. But other than that, thanks for joining me.